London and most major cities. I've got one at the same time. John said I work in the NHS, coming up to 10 years now. This year I've worked in the NHS, currently working in adolescent mental health. So really, again, just thanks for coming out on like a snowy February morning. It's quite an impressive turnout considering. So really, we've called this protest because the NHS is in crisis. And you don't need to be an expert on the NHS to know that it is in crisis and know what it needs. It needs more staff, it needs more beds, and it needs more money. It's not rocket science. Now this crisis is not an accident. It's been engineered by the government. The NHS has seen its biggest drop in funding since its inception. But it's not just about funding. The NHS has been privatised by the back door and increasingly by the front door for over 30 years now, bit by bit. Companies like Virgin, Sodexo and up until recently Carillion have scooped up billions of pounds worth of contracts between them. And let me tell you this, privatisation in the NHS is not about efficiency, it's about transferring your taxes into profits for shareholders. That's what it's about. Now I've worked with many excellent staff who've worked for these services like Carillion. Carillion run all the services and the local NHS Mental Health Trust. I've worked with a lot of excellent staff there. So when we say that these services need to be brought back in-house, we're not saying that these people should lose the jobs. We're saying that they should have full NHS contracts and being safe and secure employment. So what can we do about the state of the NHS? It might seem like all we can do is wait it out for a Labour government to come in on a white horse and save it. And I've got a few points about that. We can't afford to wait until 2022 for a possible Labour government to stop all the underfunding. That's 4 years' time. Jeremy Corbyn, as much as I like him, isn't representative of the Parliamentary Labour Party. You know, as far as I'm concerned, your average Labour MP has more in common with Theresa May than they do Jeremy Corbyn. So what's that mean for us? It means we need to put as much pressure on whatever government is in Westminster in order to fix the NHS. Unions in the NHS need to be taking action over things like the pay freeze. I haven't had a pay rise now for 8 years because of so-called austerity. And it's easy to feel powerless. But when I saw Jeremy Corbyn speak pretty much on the same spot where I'm standing now last year, he said something that chimes with me quite a lot. And he says when you seem vilified in the media and by the right wing, it's not him they're worried about, it's us. Now I'm the chief architect of the NHS. He said that the NHS will last as long as there are people with faith to fight for it. So I think it's important we're all here today to tell Theresa May and the government that we're not going anywhere and we're going to fight for the NHS. Thank you.